She said I was hers before I even knew what that meant, and when her lips found mine in the dark, I knew I'd never belong to anyone else again. I met her on a Tuesday. That's how all this began. On a regular, completely unremarkable Tuesday, rain on my window, dull office lights humming above my head, and my third cup of burnt coffee gone cold. Her name was Camille, and she walked into the boardroom like she owned the air. She was bold, golden brown-skinned, and dressed like danger in red lipstick and a navy pantsuit that hugged her frame in ways I couldn't ignore. I was the head of creative. She was our new investor. And when our eyes met across the table, my throat tightened. She didn't just look at me, she read me. That night, she sent a single text. Camille, I want dinner. With you. Tonight. It wasn't a question. The restaurant she chose was dimly lit, tucked away from the world, like a secret only lovers should share. Her eyes never left mine as she sipped her wine. There was something intoxicating about her calm power. Her questions were pointed, like she wanted to know what kept me awake at night, and not just professionally. When she leaned in and brushed a lock of hair from my cheek, my skin sparked under her touch. You hide your hunger well, Alina, she whispered. But I see it. I froze. My breath tangled in my throat. Do you? I managed. She smiled. And I'll teach you not to. We didn't go back to my place. Or hers. We ended up in a hotel suite that overlooked the river, wrapped in night and tension. She unbuttoned my blouse slowly, eyes on me like she was memorizing every reaction. You don't have to rush, she murmured. I want to feel every second. Her lips found my collarbone, and my body arched instinctively. When she slid her hand beneath my skirt, her fingers explored me with reverence, not haste. It wasn't about release, it was about surrender. She worshipped my body with her mouth, teased pleasure from me until I was gasping her name in fragments, clutching her like a lifeline. That night wasn't just intimacy, it was claiming. And I let her take everything. The next morning, I expected awkwardness, but Camille was calm, composed, territorial. When we reached the lobby, she placed her hand on the small of my back like she owned me, and I realized some part of me wanted her to. We weren't subtle after that. Lunch breaks turned into private meetings. Late nights in her office were drenched in sweat and soft moans. She'd undress me with her voice alone, commanding and low, and I'd obey because it thrilled me to feel her control. But it wasn't just desire. Camille listened. She asked about my childhood, about my fears, about why I never showed anyone my art. She kissed my forehead when I cried the night my mother passed away. She held me until the trembling stopped. Then came the jealousy. One night, a coworker, Jaina, offered to walk me to my car. A harmless gesture. But when Camille saw us laughing together in the parking lot, her expression turned to steel. She touched you, Camille said that night, her voice low and quiet. Did you like that? I frowned. Camille. No, she interrupted, pushing me against the wall. You're mine. Every inch of you. Say it. My breath hitched. I should have pushed back. Instead, I whispered, I'm yours. The way her mouth claimed mine after that was feral, urgent. That night, she devoured me, kissed me like punishment, held me like possession. And I let her mark me with her teeth, her nails, her moans. Because she didn't just touch my body, she set it on fire. We spiraled. Days were normal, but nights were sacred, intimate, intoxicating. One time, she tied my wrists with her silk scarf and whispered in my ear, This isn't restraint. This is trust. And I trusted her completely as she tasted me slowly, over and over, until my legs trembled and I was begging in whispers only she was allowed to hear. We spoke in moans, in gasps, in slow, deliberate strokes that said more than words ever could. And afterward, when I curled into her chest, she'd whisper things like, "You'll never belong to anyone else. No one else will ever know you like I do. You're mine, Alina. You always have been." But obsession isn't always sweet. One night, I missed her call. I was out with friends. Harmless. When I got home, she was in my apartment uninvited. Eyes glassy. Voice trembling. "You didn't answer." "Camille, I was with someone else?" My stomach twisted.
No.
"I was with Ella and Zoe. You're scaring me." She stepped closer.
Good.
"Because losing you would destroy me." That night, she didn't touch me with heat. She touched me with desperation, like she needed to prove I still belonged to her. And I did. God help me, I did. Then came the letter. A contract. It wasn't for business, it was for us. Rules. Boundaries. Clauses that said I couldn't see anyone else. That I belonged to her. Emotionally. Physically. Entirely. "If you sign it," she said, "I'll never touch another woman. I'll build you a gallery. I'll give you everything. All I want is you. Every night. Every breath. Every heartbeat." I stared at the paper. And I signed it. 6 months later, I live in her penthouse. My job?
Gone. By choice.
I paint now. Because she kept her word. I have a studio, and every canvas I paint has her in it. She still takes me, slow, deep, consuming. She still whispers mine when I fall apart in her arms. She still wakes me up in the middle of the night, fingers between my thighs, eyes hungry. But now I whisper it back. I belong to you. Only you. Always. And every time she touches me, I fall in love with her madness all over again. Obsession? Maybe. Love? Definitely. But when her touch feels like home, how could I ever want anything else?